So James Degale and Badou Jack fought in a terrific super middleweight bout that's going to go down probably as one of the best super middleweight fights of all time. Uh, they fought to a majority draw with one judge scoring it 114 to 112 for James Degale, while another judge scored it. One, well, other two judges overruled the one judge who scored it for Degale 113 113 even, which resulted into a majority draw. Now, I don't think it's a robbery because some people are screaming. Few people I've seen screaming robbery, saying that Jack had won the fight. According to the punch stats, he outlanded Degale by way more punches, and then he outthrew Degale as well and connected at a higher rate than Degale, and outjabbed him as well, wiped him out in the jabbing department. So, um, to be honest with you, those punch stats, I kind of question those punch stats because I didn't see Badou Jack landed that many more punches than James Degale. Yeah, I won't deny that he outlanded him, but I thought it was a very small margin. It wasn't as big as the punch stacks or copy stacks made it out to be. So I kind of question that. But needless to say, though, despite that, I thought that Jack won the fight because Degale did score the early knockdown. He had early successes by fighting in awkward angles that he usually does, throwing combinations in from those angles, or not keeping his distance. Come in with sneaky straight, left hook, sneaky straight lefts. Shots come in, which put down Jack in the first round of the fight, which Jack was hurt from that. So, however, Degale's Achilles' heels is that he tends to fade in fights. I mean, he faded in the Medina fight, and he also faded in the Lucian Bute fight. So that's when Jack was pressing on. He was starting to pressure him a bit after the knockdown. He was able to score the body shots to to neutralize Degale's movement and mobility, and he was even hitting him with some uppercuts as much as he wanted to. So Degale didn't have no defense for that. But there's one thing I wanted to question though, is that Degale's mouthpiece, his gum shield, kept falling out during the middle of the rounds. It's like 3-4 times I've seen that was his gum shield kept falling out. And I recall in one round where his corner went, when the bell rang to conclude the round, his corner quickly, I think if my eyes is, if my eyes suit me, correctly, his cornerman went to go pick up the mouthpiece as quickly as they can and try to hide it from the referee because the referee already warned Degale about spitting out his mouthpiece during the middle of the round. So I think Martha McCounty Jr. went over there and told him, look, if you do that again, I'm going to have to take a point. I've already warned you more than once. So, yeah, speaking of Arthur McCanty, I think it was after the fourth round, the bell rang, and Badou Jack accidentally hit McCanty with a crunching left hook. And McCanty, oh, my God, man, that was crunching. I'm surprised he was able to absorb that because he literally fell to the rope. And luckily, the ropes helped him, from falling down. And help him to break his fall. But I mean, he did fall, but it wasn't. If it wasn't for the ropes, he would have fell in a much worse state than he did when he took that from Jack. And he didn't like that. He understands this is hurt business when referees get in ways like that to conclude the round. That can't happen. So. He warned Jack, went over there and told him that he didn't appreciate that, and he warned him not to do that again. So, yeah, Jack didn't do that on purpose, but it is what it is. I mean, if you look at the weight disparity between the two, obviously Jack was awfully big, man. This dude, literally, you could tell from his size. I mean, he's always looking big going into fights. He's awfully a big super middleweight, and he has been struggling to make 168 for the last few fights now, and he has hinted before the fight that he's going to move up to 175. In fact, his promoter, Floyd Mayweather, even into that too, because at the post-fight interview, both men felt discouraged. They both felt they won the fight. Jack felt he won the fight. Floyd Mayweather had to take it upon himself to crash the party, being selfish and arrogant and egotistical that he always is, had to take up Badou Jack's interview time. Of course, I think they interviewed him and asked him what he thought about the result. He screamed, robbery. This is not fair. This is damaging to the sport, the way the judges score the fight, blah, 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 blah. Of course, he's the promoter. He's going to look at it, from a bias from a biased perspective rather than neutral perspective because he has to back his fighter. But this fool, I mean, literally had to crash not only Badou Jack's interview, he also crashed James DeGale's interview with Sky Sports. And James DeGale didn't like that. He was like, man, you're disrespecting me, man. And, Floyd's like, no disrespect, man. No disrespect, man. But such and such. Because James DeGale did say that he he's willing to give Badou Jack a rematch, but Floyd's already told DeGale that look, that may not going to happen because he's too big to make 168. He's going to go up to 175, which would probably explain why Floyd Mayweather has been uttering the name of Andre Ward as of late. Now, if you put two to two together, he went after Andre Ward, he disrespected his trainer, and they didn't take his words kindly, and also leading to the fact that his fighter, one of his biggest stars, well, it's probably one of his only two stars other than him and now Gervonta Davis, who's now the new IBF super featherweight champion, the youngest champion right now. And congratulations to Gervonta Davis for winning that title. But I'll do another post-fight video on that. But I have a feeling that Floyd is trying to angle Badou Jack to get a shot at Andre Ward because he knows that Andre Ward is a very big fight and it's a money grab, so he's trying to angle Jack to get that fight. And if that were to go down, I would have to favor Andre Ward. Technically, that's a wrong style of fight for Badou Jack, to be honest with you, but we'll see. Anything can happen. But we'll see, how things play out because I doubt that Jack can make 168 ever again. Yes, he gets to keep his title, but more likely he's going to vacate it and move up in weight. Degale, on the other hand, I don't know where he's going to go from here. He really doesn't have anyone else to fight there. I mean, he could unify if he chooses to stay at 168. And believe me, he's not a big 168 guy. He can stay there as much as he wants. I would not advise for him to go up to 175 because that'd be way too big for him to make for that weight class. But he could still unify. George Groves and Fedor Chudinov have a WBA title fight coming up, and I do favor Groves to win that fight. If he does win that fight, he can get into a unification in a rematch. The Avengers lost against Groves, but needless to say, Groves did turn down a rematch offered to fight DeGale a couple years ago. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out for James. But other than that, close fight, very good fight. I thought Badou Jack won it, but I ain't mad at the decision of being a draw because it could have gone either way. So no robbery, kind of like Ward and Kovalev. So I have to throw that in there. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think James DeGale should do next, and what do you think Badou Jack should do next? Do you think they should rematch? Although Badou Jack has it today, he's not going to be making 168 anymore. He's going up to light heavyweight. So if he does go up to light heavyweight, how do you see him, his chances against the likes of Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev, which I doubt Floyd would even put Jack near that guy. Arthur Berteviev, Adonis Stevenson. Oh man, I don't. Yeah, those are dangerous fights up at 175. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. I'm out.